Assalamu alaikum, Porsche lovers. Today, I found something very important in the Porsche sports car world. This is a Porsche 911 Turbo, but not just any 911. This is the 9 and 7 generation. And among Porsche enthusiasts, this car is considered as one of the last proper analog 911s. And the reason is actually very simple. This is right before Porsche started too much adding too much electronic assistance and electric steering, and this still gives you the real mechanical feedback. This car talks to the driver, and let's do a proper merry-go-round, and I'll give you all the details that you need around this car. So the first thing you see about this car is actually the headlight. This is not just a design, this is history. And the 911 has kept the shape since the 1964. So Porsche almost lost fans during the 9 and 6 generation because they changed the headlights to the fried egg style headlights, and which enthusiasts actually hated it. And in the 997 brought back the classic circular headlight, and immediately the 911 regained its identity. So now what you see is how low the nose is. This is because Porsche keeps the front low for aerodynamics and high speed stability, and air flows over the hood and pushes the car downward as speed giving a front grip of the car. So right here, we don't have the engine here. So under the hood, there's no engine here. And this is not like the mid engines like the Ferrari 458, or not front engine like the Mustang, but it's actually here. The engine is actually here. So it's actually after the rear axle. So this actually changes everything about the car. The weight sits over the rear wheels, and which gives an incredible traction and acceleration out of corners. That's why the 911s actually launch so fast or hard, even with less horsepower, and just like in modern cars we have. So, like as I said, the Porsche actually calls its engine, which is the naturally aspirated flat six engine, a boxer engine because the pistons move horizontally like two boxes punching opposite direction. And this specific one at the rear has a 3.6-liter flat six producing about 325 horsepower and roughly 273 pound-feet of torque. And the sound in this car which makes the enthusiasts love its naturally aspirated engines. No turbo lag, no delay. When you press the throttle, the engine responds immediately. Red line is around 7,200 RPM, and Porsche engines are known for revving very smoothly. And you don't need to drive this car just by torque, you drive it by the revs. So next is you could get this car either with a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, and real enthusiasts like myself prefer the manual because of the gearing is perfectly matched the engine's power band, and Porsche also uses a rear wheel drive layout which keeps the steering pure because the front wheels all in steer, they don't have to send power, so the steering feedback is extremely clean. So this is where modern cars lost something. The 997, which uses the hydraulic power steering, and most modern sports cars they use electric steering, which is efficient but numb. This one, you feel the road texture through steering wheel. You can actually feel when the tire is about to lose grip, and that's why people call this car the driver's car, and the car actually communicates to you. We look at some of the added details like a Porsche engineered the suspension too, and this car especially to control the rear engine weight distribution. It uses McPherson struts in the front and a multi-link rear suspension. So the rear suspension is also designed to stabilize the car during high speed cornering and prevent snap oversteer. To balance this magic of the 911, once you understand how to drive and braking before the corner accelerating through, the car becomes unbelievably precise. So the brakes are also serious. Porsche is known for some of the best braking systems in the industry. Large ventilated disc brakes with strong calipers also give consistent stopping power, even repeated driving. So that's really cool. And this car makes 0 to 60 miles per hour, and which comes about 4.8 seconds. But the real strength is not about acceleration. It's actually its corner exit speed and driver confidence in this car. The 997 sits in a very special place in Porsche history after the generation that came the 911 or 991. This is bigger, heavier, more digital, and faster, yes, but less raw. The 997 still feels mechanical to me, and it demands the driver input. It rewards proper technique. This is why Porsche collectors today actually prefer the 997 over newer 991s because it gives emotion, not just speed in this regard. The Porsche 911 has survived for over 6 years because Porsche never changed its philosophy, and belief in the 997 generation might be one of the purest examples of the philosophy ever built. Until then, this is Vehicles Great, and I remain Theobald. See you in the next video.